Hi everybody and welcome, I'm Lynn Gribble and today we're going to talk about Unit 2, Developing Management Skills. Now the most important thing before we start this week is to remember that you need to get reading for your assignment. I know it's only week 2, I know that you're feeling like you've just started, but you need to get reading the core articles for that assignment so you can be engaging with your facilitator and understanding the preparation that's required for an academic article. Now this unit begins by looking at learning and management again, and that's where we finished up last unit. And we start by looking at the allegory of the cave, and this is all about perception. Now people often cite at the end of ITM that this was the unit they remembered most. Why? Because it really asks us to think about how we think. So you'll be looking at perception and perceptual filters. You'll be then moving on to framing and asking the right questions. That's really important. Have you ever been in those meetings where people ask the question, you think, wow, that gave me a whole new insight? So this unit asks you to look at how are we seeing things from what angle, what happens if we look at them from a different angle, and what sort of questions you might ask that help you to look at it through a different way. We look at awareness and mindfulness. We've all had those times when we're driving along, take the regular path, turn left, and we go, oh, I wanted to turn right today. That's when we're not being mindful. So this unit asks us to focus on mindfulness and shows us how valuable that is as a management practice. We move on to reflection and reflective practice, which we also touched on last unit, but this will be the cornerstone of your studies as you continue on ITM. As we move into the study skills section this week, we start to look at academic research. Now for many of you, you may not have used a university library before, but I really recommend you get on and have a go at doing so. Most of us are familiar these days with search engines, and so it's incredibly easy to use the internet. But one word of caution, never use Wikipedia and cite it in your assignments. We will all say, this is not an academic source. So you can go in and set up your library account so that it will link to Google Scholar. But the best thing to do is to actually go through the UNSW library and actually do your searches through there, because it's searching academic databases as well as non-scholarly articles. Most of the time we're going to be asking you to look for scholarly articles. That is, those papers that have been peer reviewed by others and have actually been shown to have academic merit. Now some of these can be a bit hard going for the reading, so take your time, have a look at the abstracts and read the conclusions and then say, does this really fit with what I'm looking for? Of course, in ITM, we give you these readings each week. And so some of these readings you're already starting to get your head around. So that's where we leave Unit 2 this week. Perceptions. Think about how you're seeing the world and why you're seeing it that way.